The Nigeria Customs Service says it has reduced checkpoints on the Lagos-Badagry Expressway by 50%. The Comptroller Seme Area Command of the service, Comptroller Timi Bomodi, disclosed this in an interview with the News Agency of Nigeria, NAN, in Seme, near Badagry. According to the Comptroller, having multiple checkpoints is unfavorable for trade facilitation.
Indeed, when I first came here, one of the first things I did was to drastically reduce the number of checkpoints by the Nigerian Customs Service, because I felt that there was a need to deploy our officers more strategically. There was no need to just proliferate the roads with personnel without thinking of the strategic implications of their own deployment. So we reduced it by 50%, then we placed them in particular areas that allowed them to effectively cover the sea, the roads, and the rivers, because again, you have to take into consideration the way this whole corridor is exists. We have about 99 communities between here and Agbara, and they exist on both sides of the road. Some are proximate to the ocean, some are to the river, and these have accesses all the way to Benin Republic, to Togo, and even further down. So there are points of convergence, and those were the points that we identified, and those are the points that we deployed our officers, and they are yielding good results for us. As it concerns other government agencies, like you mentioned, the police and other agencies, we don't know what the reason for deploying the kind of people they deploy on the roads are. We don't know if it is even effective in executing their mandate. But what we do know is that it gives us very negative feedback, especially when you are talking to people that are coming from outside the country. The minute you move from the joint border post into Benin Republic, you don't see a lot of these things happening. And it doesn't speak well of us as a nation. It doesn't speak well of us as a country that is bent on growing the local economy. We are trying to encourage foreign direct investment. We're trying to encourage tourists to come in. We need to present a picture that shows how serious we are in our approach towards trade facilitation. Indeed, we've always pleaded with them to take that into consideration anytime they deploy their officers out there. We have our joint security meetings, and issues of this nature are discussed. We mooted the idea of collocating some of these points, but ultimately it will be the responsibility of their individual heads, either the police or other security agencies, to take drastic action and ensure that this corridor is free from the kind of things that we see, because we really don't need this number of checkpoints on this road.
He added that the Nigeria Customs Service, as part of its corporate social responsibility, established Skills Acquisition Center for Seme border and neighboring communities to embrace legitimate business rather than smuggling.
We want to build a skills acquisition center so that we create opportunities for these people to earn a living for themselves, to develop certain skills that are either latent or skills they can easily learn and monetize. They can earn money from deploying those skills. And they're not complicated things. How to make shoes, how to make clothes, how to do hairdressing, how to work on the computer, how to do furniture, how to repair cars, and all those kind of things. So we are building, it's a very big complex. We are at very advanced stages of getting all the facilities together. And we know that if we can attract just 10% of border community dwellers, that 10% will significantly impact the way these people think and how they go about trying to earn a living. Because we tell them, one, you'll be engaged in a legitimate trade. You'll be engaged in something that has the potential for geometric growth in terms of earning capacity. Because once people know, they identify that in this place you can get a certain product, then you can attract attention from anywhere in the world. If you are making good shoes here, they are good enough, you can export them. And it is not the 1,000, 2,000 naira they make daily. They will make enough money that will take care of themselves and their families, and it will be a very good way to lure them from, the attraction of smuggling in any item. So that is the approach of the management of Nigerian Customs Service. We are going to test run it here, and we believe that if it works here, it can work in any other border community.
According to him, the center will be fully operational in July.